What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I know you guys are tired of Just Pearly Things videos, but I just got one more. And this video comes from somebody who I don't want to mention their name, but here we go. Hello, O'Shea, how are you? Hope all is well with you out there in Uganda. I just wanted to remind you of how Tommy was talking about Kevin Samuels before his passing. And here comes Pearl moderating for him. Maybe you should remind the subscribers about that. That's all I wanted to say. Have a wonderful evening. So guys, I'm not here to change your mind about anything, because most of you guys who are on the side, and I noticed something about a lot of the Manosphere guys, right? A lot of the Manosphere guys were against some of the women coming into the black women coming to the community. You guys didn't like Nicole interviewing Michelle coming in the community. You guys didn't want Dianika Marie or Six the Goddess or, you know, a whole bunch of other sisters that were there. Y'all really didn't like that, right? I get it. Didn't like it. Didn't want them there. No problem with that. But now, what I have heard here though is those same guys who said, O'Shea, you let those black women in the manosphere. You guys let women in the manosphere. I mean, that was in 2020, 2021. You guys were beat me with that stick, which I didn't have no control over. Jessica X in the manosphere. Guess what? Those same guys are not saying the same thing about Just Pearly being in the manosphere. They're not saying anything about that at all. You just don't hear them talking about that at all, okay? They'll say anything but that. This is the situation that you guys are not talking about, all right? Now, with that being said, I want to get back over to the situation that I'm dealing with right now, which is this whole situation about Just Pearly Things. She paid Kevin Samuels money to be mentored and got his talking points. That's y'all's argument, all right? But we know that loyalty is everything. Is that what she's saying? Remember, she's upset at mediocre tutorials and reviews right now because mediocre tutorials and reviews to her isn't loyal, right? He's talking out against her, so she's on Twitter crying about that. She's saying that she's going to get revenge on people. Most notably, she's hinting at him about that now, Sarah Garvey. You have no loyalty, right? But she always talks about how Kevin Samuels gave her the blueprint. She paid to talk to him. He was influential with her career. Of course, I never knew about any of this, but I take her word for it, all right? So you think that Kevin Samuels is your inspiration. Where's your loyalty to Kevin? Because Kevin and Tommy Sotomayor did not get along. Kevin publicly never talked about Tommy, but let's be clear, neither one of them care for one another. I'll put it like that, right? So if mediocre tutorials and reviews or anybody who's worked for you has not been loyal, but you're over in Tommy's chat room simply because you feel like, you know, he's taking up for you. And this isn't even about Tommy. This is really not about Tommy. Me and Tommy went back and forth before, so it's not even about him. This is more or less about her. Tommy was not an ally of Kevin Samuels. And he has a reason for it and vice versa. I get that. I'm not dealing with that. But Kevin, who you said was your inspiration, you're over there with somebody that Kevin just didn't approve of. Won't say didn't approve of, but just didn't like. Or they both didn't like each other. Kevin never talked bad about Tommy publicly, even really to me privately. He never called Tommy any names, anything like that. We've spoken about Tommy, but he never dragged Tommy or said something like Tommy. He was just like, okay, what a guy's gonna say, whatever he's gonna say about me, that's cool. I'm not really tripping. I'm just whatever, you know. But I had the urge that he didn't appreciate whatever Tommy was doing, right? But he never talked bad about Tommy. But I knew that Kevin just didn't care for Tommy for whatever the reason is. But look at Pearly Things over there with somebody that Tommy didn't like. Even when Kevin has passed on, the people that Kevin don't like in his death, I still ain't dealing with them right now. Ain't nobody I done switched up with since he dead. Whoever had that energy for Kevin at all, I remember exactly who they are. I don't deal with them at all to this day, period. I have not forgotten. And just because I'm beefing with somebody that's even taking my side, but they have talked down on Kevin, one of the things you're never gonna see me do is go over there in their chat room And see, but you want somebody to be loyal to you when you ain't loyal to the person. Then you're gonna try to come out and say, well, I didn't know about this. You know a lot about Black YouTube because that's all you do is study Black YouTube. You studied Sarah Garvey in London. You messaged me. You've messaged so many Black YouTubers wanting to work with them. You know the community. But now we're seeing, and for those of you who love Kevin Samuels, do y'all want somebody who's on the opposite side of somebody that's supporting Kevin? Because that's her running over there to Tommy. Tommy didn't ask her to come over there. She went over there trying to cause much more division, because if Tommy was going to deal with Six the Goddess and Danica Marie, fine. Why you got to go over there and get in the chat, asking him to check his Instagram so he can review stuff, trying to get Tommy to do some of the work for you while you're seeing you're having a week off on YouTube. See, guys got to check the grift, man. The grift is out there. You see? And a lot of brothers ain't caught that. And you see a lot of brothers playing that foolishness right now. I've seen some of the brothers in the manosphere now taking sides with people that y'all know that Kevin didn't like when he was living. But everything y'all do right now is Kevin Samuels, RIP, and all this other garbage. But now I see how y'all moving. Y'all moving in a complete different way than you know Kevin would appreciate. If he was alive right now, you know goddamn well Kevin would have went after anybody who would let anybody disrespect the African American community like that as a white person. He would have been done with all of y'all. And I know this because whenever white women called into the show and tried to take a shot at Black women, Kevin took that up right away. He stopped that right where it's at. And anybody who knows Kevin, no, whatever you guys are doing that is anti that, you know he wouldn't like it. You know he wouldn't like it. And you get to see how funny folks is moving right now. That's why that's why you and people talk about, oh Shay, well, you know, you practicing racism. Look, I only work with the YouTubers in Black YouTube community. The reason why I don't do any these other groups and whatever, they don't need me to do what? Talk about what? Talk about Black issues to who? First of all, and to be having conversations with folks who didn't like Kevin Samuels. Well, I didn't do that when he was living. I'm damn sure not gonna do that while he dead. Now, if you had criticisms of him, like on my podcast, that's different. But those that was hating, talking trash, never. But look at how she moving. Going over there with people who, for whatever reason, didn't get along with Kevin. But you wouldn't do that when he was living. But this is how people move. And she want to call other folks fake. Watch it, guys. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.